You hear some background noise, right? Well, that's because we're at Blue Claw Stadium. This was recorded on Monday, November 16th at the JBiz Expo, brought to you by the Orthodox Jewish Business the Chamber of Commerce, OJC, founded by Duvi Honig. Special shout out to him. And throughout the show this week and next week, for 2 consecutive weeks, we're going to be playing many of the interviews that we had when we recorded here at Blue Claw Stadium. So you're probably thinking that someone just hit a grand slam. We're here at Blue Claw Stadium in Lakewood, New Jersey, from the JBiz Expo that took place on Monday, November 16th. And I have the honor and pleasure of catching up now with Duvi Honig. Duvi is the brainchild of all this. He also opened, of course, the OJC. Duvi, welcome to 77 WABC.
Yitzchok, it's an honor having you here today.
Thank you. Well, we're certainly honored to be here. Perhaps before we get to JBiz, let's go back. You're helping people in very meaningful ways. The Orthodox Jewish Chamber of Commerce. Tell us the backstory, and then let's get to how you're helping businesses today.
So the backstory, we need a whole show for that.
That's
But we started the Orthodox Jewish Chamber of Commerce in the last recession, 2008. We created this thing called a Learner Network program where people were able to get together to learn, to study. And we had presenters twice a week helping people interact and unite people out of jobs. And grew into that network of presenters, grew into resources and services we pulled together for the Heber, for the Learn Network Heber, and that grew into a whole network, and we called it the Parnassa Network. And once we established the Parnassa Network, our people reaching out from all over to use that network to be able to help empower them. And at that point we had, all different resources, whether it was business leaders, empowerment services, coaches, consulting, funding, and already we were networking with politicians because we're always looking to find what's the new services to help people and what can we do to make new services to help people. So we had this tremendous network, and we decided, let's bring it out with such a demand. Let's make our Parnassa Expo.
So that brings us, to today.
Let me just wrap you up. I want to give the final finale, and we can discuss this in a long time later. So then we established the Orthodox Jewish Chamber of Commerce, and the Orthodox Jewish Chamber of Commerce is a parent body that represents all the businesses' needs, empowering all businesses, resources, job creation, business development, and of course the biggest thing is that to be able to give people a platform, an address to go, a place to turn, and that's why we encourage everyone to join the Orthodox Jewish Chamber of Commerce. When your business joins, you have a voice, you have advocacy, you have business development, you have resources to be helped, you have ways to grow and get an account to new clients. Even today, if people look at the 54-foot screen over here in the Blue Claw Stadium, we have videos of events, successful events. We did in Israel, empowering, in Ukraine, all the businesses, in Oman, there was discrimination and blackmailing, in Israel, empowering, U.S.-Israel Business Alliance missions, and our JBiz Expos, and the programs we do throughout the year. And we're going to be doing also now December 1st and 2nd Amazon course to be able to help people, Amazon Bootcamp, help people get into the Amazon industry now, because a lot of businesses have to move on and have to empower themselves to be able to sell their items on Amazon. That's the new thing, is COVID-19, and we want to teach them how to do that.
So how could people find out more about the Orthodox Jewish Chamber of Commerce? So
the Orthodox Jewish Chamber of Commerce has a lot of information. It's like a lot of facets. Our website gives you an overall umbrella of the message, the mission. They Google us, they can look up images, they could see events, they could sign up for our newsletters. But the biggest thing is really they should join as a member. ojchamber.com. Everyone, welcome. Go to ojchamber.com. Join us as a member. We have so many ways to help businesses individualize our memberships. We have multi-level membership programs. We have corporate members. We have regular membership. Our membership starts at $295 for a year. You get listed on a business directory, what's tremendous, because our business directory is like an annual expo.
And it stays up the whole year.
It stays up. People go there, they find, because you go to Yellow Pages, you look for attorney, you see tons of attorneys. What are you going to do? Accountant, what are you going to do? So we built a platform where every attorney, every accountant can write highlight what they specialize in, and you're able to zoom in.
Duvi, before I let you go again, what is the exact address that people can go to find out more information on how to join?
ojchamber.com, ojchamber.com. They can also call 212-659-5270, extension 104. And we're happy to help and see how we can help these businesses benefit through joining us as our members. And then we have corporate members. Now we have community members. It's like community members that are businesses who are there, who are successful through the community, and they want to give back. And by that, they're able to host events with us, and that's really all different levels. And we do whatever we could to help people. And you know, in today's times, more than ever, people understand how important it is to have the advocacy perspective that Baruch Hashem we're able to have today.
Duvi, thank you so much for joining me here on Mind Your Business, and of course for the opportunity to join you here at Blue Claw Stadium, Monday, November 16th. Very special. Hundreds of people representing such a wide range of industries, businesses, professions. It's really a tremendous tribute to what you put together.
Thank you, Yitzchok. It's an honor having you. I look forward to working with you in the future, building this network together. And I want to thank Mendy Mirachnik over here, our Vice President.
Mendy.
And a tremendous asset over here with us. He spoke about effective communications, what's so important in today's times, to be able to have people connecting and network with different nationalities, different people, and communicate effectively and properly, and make a Kiddush Hashem, not Chaz v'Shalom get across as unintentionally rubbing the other way.
We're trying to all help each other. We all got to pull through this together.
Yitzchok, you're amazing. I appreciate you coming out here to New Jersey. It's a beautiful day today, Baruch Hashem. We're looking at the field. You see how beautiful it is.
Amazing. You know, by the way, Sunday night, we thought it was like Noah in the ark, you know, the way the rain was coming down. And today it's gorgeous. It's a chill, it's comfortable, the sun is shining. Some light, what is it? You could count. What is 4 clouds, 5 clouds in the whole sky? Gorgeous day.
And you see the grass, it's so beautiful.
You want to go play some baseball? Duvi, all right.
I can use the exercise.
What position are you going to take?
I think I'm the one who sits over there.
I'm the DH. I'm calling. I'm the DH, you know. Duvi, what a pleasure.
Okay, a pleasure. We look forward to welcoming everyone to Orthodox Jewish Chamber of Commerce. And
again, let's remind people, what's the website?
ojchamber.com. OJ stands for Orange Juice. Orthodox Jewish, ojchamber.com. Looking forward, greeting everyone today. Thank you, Yitzchok.
Same here. Thank you, Duvi. All right, we're here from Blue Claw Stadium in Lakewood, New Jersey. It is the JBiz Expo that took place on Monday, November 16th. And we're catching up with a lot of business owners from such a wide range of industries. What we always love doing here on Mind Your Business and bringing you their advice and wisdom. And now I'm catching up with Chaim Rosenberg from Direct Line Carpet. Chaim, thank you for joining me here on Mind Your Business.
Thank you. How are you?
Okay, doing great. So tell me about your business, how many years you're in business.
So we started about in Lakewood, our first location, about over 35 years ago. We're here in Lakewood.
Wow, first location. That means you have more than one.
That's correct. We have another location in Teaneck, New Jersey, Bergen County.
Nice.
And we do all different types of work. Residential, commercial, and here's the thing that I want for people to understand in the industry. People go in, they think they're building a house, they think the kitchen, they're going to spend money on their kitchen. They're going to spend money on the tiles.
Right.
Then when it comes to the flooring, I find people get...
It's like an afterthought.
It's an app. They think flooring is something that's going to be $5,000 in and out. People don't realize that in a factor of building of a house, it's the flooring. What you want to do. Is it the hardwood? Is it carpet? Now, carpet is a thing people don't realize it. There's all types of ranges. There's commercial, there's residential, there's real plush, there's real expensive, there's certain designs. So what Direct Line Carpet likes to bring to people's attention in Lakewood, New Jersey, the location at 355 Cedar Bridge Avenue. You can look at our website, our Instagram we have over there, and you'll see all our pictures, all our stuff, everything that we've done, custom runners to wall. And here's the thing, we get people into the showroom and they start telling me the ideas of what they want. Some people come in with a designer, some people don't want to come in a designer. Why? Because some people think they have their own ideas. So we listen to their own ideas.
Smart.
And what we do is...
The customer's always right.
Customer's always right. That's number one. So what we do is we try to read through the people's minds, we see where they're headed, and we feel them out. Where budget do they want to be at? And from there, we take them and we show them, you know what, for your budget, your so-and-so's budget that you want to say, I think we should do carpet over here, hardwood here, and vinyl here. And we tried to say, you know what, I think your budget was $15,000 range to spend on carpet. Was how do you know it was 14 to the 16
But you
mark?
provide a full range of flooring options. It's not just carpet.
Not just carpet. It's flooring, hardwood flooring, vinyl. From A to Z, we take care of the customers.
Nice.
We try to bring them to their price range of what the customers... It's like the builders fit it all for you. We try to fit it for the budget that you have to be
So
at.
perhaps you could share again your 2 retail locations, please.
One of them is in Lakewood, New Jersey, 355 Cedar Bridge Avenue, right over here, not far from the JBiz shows. Right here, not there, right down the block.
Teaneck, New Jersey, where is
and
that?
in Teaneck, New Jersey, we are actually 362 Cedar Lane in Teaneck, New Jersey.
Right in the heart.
Right.
And what's the phone number for people to get in touch?
In Lakewood, it's 732-370-3669.
Okay.
And
they can also, of course, always get you in touch with, to go over the, the wide range of flooring options at both locations.
At both locations, that is correct. So my Teaneck location this number is over there, 201-357-4027. You could ask for Nathan, who's actually my brother. He's the salesperson over there, and he knows exactly what people want. We deal with all types of people over there in Bergen County.
Of course, everywhere.
Everywhere.
Chaim, thank you so much for joining me here on Mind Your Business.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
Continued success.
Thank you. You too. Pleasure.
And now I have the opportunity to catch up with Yaakov Dollman, a fellow, not Brooklynite, but you're from the 5 boroughs. I mean, we're here in Lakewood, but you're here from the 5 boroughs.
Let me make this very clear. I am from Queens, Kew Garden Hills.
From Queens. All right, but hey,
Brooklyn's a lovely place, but I'm from Kew Garden Hills.
Well, welcome to Mind Your Business. Hey, you're certainly within the radio signal. I mean, the radio signal of 77 WABC reaches a wide swath of the Northeast, but certainly Queens gets us work. Queens
Loud
is
and clear.
77 WABC country. So thank you so much for joining me here on Mind Your Business. Tell us about yourself. I understand you make people look great. Is that a good, succinct way of putting it?
We try, yes.
All right, so tell me a little bit about the business line that you're in.
Okay, I work for Allen David Custom. We make men's custom suits. We're based in the city, 16 East 40th Street. And basically...
Right in Midtown.
Right in Midtown, right off 5th Avenue. Centrally located, easy to get to.
Right near the library.
Right near the library. And, again, we make custom suits. Obviously... most custom houses, everybody has the same fabrics, the Laura Pianas, the Vitali Barberas, the Xenias. Yep. What distinguishes us, though, is the fit, and the customer service. First of all our suits are made in the United States. We have a factory in Long Island City, which means we have tight control.
You manufacture right here.
Not
many like that.
In the USA.
Wow.
Gives us tight control over our product, and
probably turnaround as well.
The turnaround is 3 to 4 weeks, but the beauty is obviously whenever you make up a custom suit, you have to come in for several fittings.
Right.
After the suit comes in, if there's any tweaking that needs to be done, we have tailors right in our shop on 40th Street.
Wow.
It's not that it has to go back to the factory overseas and wait till it comes. It's a matter of 2 to 3 days before your suit is actually perfected. So that's a plus right there.
Now, I imagine certainly people in the business world, most people you would think understand the importance of dressing sharply, right? Dress for success. How important is that from your perspective? You understand. You dress people for success.
Listen, whatever area you're in, whatever business you're in, if you're trying to cultivate new customers, you want people to feel that they're dealing with somebody who knows what they're doing, someone very professional. And, whether we like it or not, the way we look makes a very large impact on people.
That's right.
And that's what we focus on at Allen David Custom, because what sets us apart from other custom houses is the details of the fitting. Not only do we take measurements, which everybody does,
right,
but we also have try-on garments because, I could have an 18-inch, we'll call it point to point, from shoulder to shoulder. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't tell you what shape my shoulders are in. Are they rounded? Are they narrow? Are they higher? Was one higher than the other? The fact that we actually try a sample garment on you, so then we see what will it look like. Oh, one sleeve is shorter than the other. One shoulder is higher than the other. Gives us the ability to actually make it a true custom suit. Not a made to measure. A true custom suit that's going to fit you exactly like it's made for you.
Amazing. Yaakov, how could people find out more about Alan David Custom?
Well, they could look at our website, Alan David, www.alandavid.com.
Okay.
You
Alan
can call
David NYC?
No, that's the email address.
That's
if you want to email me,
right.
Yaakov, Yaakov, at Alan, ALAN, because there are 9 ways to spell Alan. Yaakov at ALAN David NYC. Yaakov at alandavidnyc.com. Or you could call us at 212-227-4040. 212-227-4040. You can call, you can make an appointment for a consultation, obviously for a fitting, and we'd love to take care of you. Make you look your best.
Amazing. Thank you, Yaakov, for joining me here on Mind Your Business.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you.
Looking forward.
Okay.
And we're here at J-Biz, Blue Claw Stadium, Lakewood, New Jersey. And now I have the opportunity of catching up with Zalmy Heber, and he's holding these very cute... Zalmy, what were you doing before COVID? Let me just ask you that. What were you into before COVID?
Well, I joined the company CA Global not too long before COVID.
Again, which company?
CA Global.
CA Global, okay.
It's Edison, New Jersey. And when the virus hit, they are a manufacturer, so they had the manufacturing capacity to respond to the COVID crisis by manufacturing their own brands of hand sanitizer. First, they came out with a brand called Wave, then they came out with a brand called Rhinestone, and then they licensed together with Crayola to make for kids hand sanitizer that should be something that the kids should want to do in a fun way and be proud of it.
And that's why I brought that up, because let's face it, COVID is a very, very serious situation, and I'm not minimizing that. But I'm looking at these really cute, these Crayola hand sanitizers. Crayola hand sanitizers, and they look so cute. You open up the top, the spout, you squirt it on your hand. I'm like,
it's colorful.
This guy is so creative, and the company is so creative because they're leveraging. Remember, every business exists to solve a problem in the marketplace. We've always said that. Very important point. We all have to solve a problem. That's the only way you can stay in business. And here, CNA Global manufactured a product. Together, so smart, they teamed up with Crayola, a hand sanitizer. You have different colors, and at the end of the day, you're helping keep people safe, because keeping their hands clean is a key to ending this pandemic.
Correct, and we had in mind the different sizes so it could appeal to different sellers. Whether it's like you walk into a Bola market or just a convenience store and they can have it, and a mother could buy just one at a time. Or a 4-pack or an 8-pack.
And it comes right in the temporary display.
Yep, it comes right in the display box. And then we have even for, where Crayola can have it in a school, in a front entrance of a school hallway. Every kid could come, take their own packet if they don't want to touch their own bottle. So we're trying to adapt to the call of the hour and make it fun and cool for kids to sanitize their hands.
And this you sell, so this you're selling wholesale?
And in Amazon.
And retail?
Yeah, it's on Amazon now.
And Amazon too?
Yep, yeah, it's selling very well on Amazon, and now we're going to take it wholesale.
Zalmy, how could people get in touch with you?
They could email me.
Okay, what's your email address?
They can go to zalmy.heber, that's ZALMY .HEBER at CA, that's Charlie Apple, global.com.
And of course, we got to give a shout out to you said it's your third cousin, Yossi Heber from Detroit?
Yes, he is. He's my father's second cousin once he moved. So
nice.
Yes,
Zalmy, continued atzlacha.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Same here. Thank you. Pleasure to meet you.
Now speaking with Yitzchok Schwartz. From Yitzchok David, Shalom Aleichem. Welcome to Mind Your Business.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Yitzchok Saftlas.
Yeah.
I'm working with New York Life for the past approximately 2 years.
Okay.
New York Life has been in business for approximately 175 years.
It's a while. Wow.
Right now, I do have a license to sell life insurance in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Chicago, Illinois. I do have clients in all the states.
Nice.
That's about it.
Nice. So perhaps you could also share. So again, you're with the firm for 2 years, and you're already making your impact. You're already out there. What value do you bring when you're speaking with a client? Why should they engage with you? Why is it that what sense of security, sense of relaxation? Relaxation maybe not the right word, but just something. Why do you make people, and how do you make people feel so comfortable when you're discussing such a sensitive subject?
Great question. Trust and peace of mind.
Wow. I'm impressed that you're able to answer it so succinctly. But that's really what it comes down to, trust and peace of mind. Because at the end of the day, it's a very sensitive subject, life insurance, but yet at the same time, it's something that people need to have and people need to address. And they can't think about it before, Khalil, it's too late. How could people get in touch with you, Yitzchok?
So people could contact me at my cell phone number.
Okay, which
or
is?
through email. My cell phone number would be 845-200-4309. So it's 845-200-4309. Or through my email, which is YD, as in David, Schwartz, at newyorklife.com, which is YDSCHWARTZ at newyorklife.com.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining me here on Mind Your Business.
Thank you.
We're coming from Blue Claw Stadium, the JBiz Expo that took place on Monday, November 16th. I'm here in Lakewood, New Jersey. And now I have the pleasure of catching up with Yitzi Fellner. Yitzi's an old friend from the neighborhood. It's amazing. We're here now in Lakewood, but, we're both together in the middle of Flatbush. So
That's right, yeah.
Reliable office services. Please explain that. What exactly is the area of expertise that you provide in the marketplace?
Sure. So reliable office services. Basically, what we offer is reception and scheduling services for small business owners, people who are, for example, social workers, plumbers, solo entrepreneurs, where they're out on the street or they're meeting people, client after client, and they can't be busy with taking their phone, answering the phones all the time, getting back to the messages. They just want to do what they love to do. And they don't have the resources or the money to hire their own staff.
A whole back office.
Or a lot of times they don't have enough work. They feel like I only have 2-3 hours worth of work. I can't hire somebody full-time, and if I hire them part-time, what happens after they finish work after 3 hours? The person isn't going to call back till the next day. So what we do is offer, for that same price as hiring somebody part-time, full-time service, 9 to 5, someone who will answer your phones, take your messages, handle your schedule, collect payment, invoices, and do everything
What
you
a
need.
fantastic service. So this sounds really too good to be true. So I got to still ask you on this.
Sure.
Because there's so many businesses out there, or really I would say professions, people that are starting, let's say an accountant. So he's a solo entrepreneur, right? He's doing it himself, but he can't answer every call. He can't follow up regarding payment. He wants, like you said, he wants to be in his space doing what he loves to do. And then you come in and provide all those other areas that normally would cost him thousands of dollars, perhaps tens of thousands of dollars, depending on the setup that he would need or she would need in order to set up a full infrastructure. But you're saying you bring that back office to any business that hires you so that they could focus. In theory, the person could just continue to run on his own and the customers will never know it.
100%. We come down, we learn your business, we see how you operate, we have an extensive onboarding process, so we learn your business fully. And we take care of the staffing, the whole HR part of it. You never have to worry about hiring. People don't realize even hiring, that's a big cost. And then if you don't like the person, you're kind of stuck. we vet the people. We make sure that they're experienced. We are the ones who learn your company, and we train in the employee. We're like your office manager. And we take care of basically everything that they need. They have their schedule. We find how you like to operate, how you like to work. We are a local company. We don't outsource to anywhere. We have our staff in-house. And yeah.
Where are you located out of?
In Lakewood, on Route 9.
This really sounds too good to be true. Perhaps you could describe the type of clients that you have. Obviously, I'm not asking for anything confidential, but the type of clients, just so that the listeners here on 77 WABC can get an idea of, of the type of industries and clients that you service.
Sure. So some of our clients are physical therapists, where they are working either out of their house, they decided to go out on their own, and they, also felt like in the beginning they could handle this on their own. We, how often, how many calls I get a day already, but slowly they learned that they're not able to cancel, they're not able to call and, answer every single phone call. A lot of times by the time they call their clients back, they already found other places. They didn't realize with their schedule, they double book people by mistake, and then you have two people showing up. We have social workers who also, they're very interested in that because they're sitting in with sessions trying to help people, and they don't have the time to get back to all the calls, all the text messages, and that's what we're here for. Lawyers who also decided to go out on their own. A lot of people thought that in the beginning, when they have their company, what's the big deal? I'll handle the phones myself.
Right, that's right.
But they don't realize.
I'll do it all myself.
Exactly.
And not really. I would even say that your company could even be a great resources to a company that has a few employees, not a solo entrepreneur in particular, but has maybe 2, 3, 4 people, but still you provide depth in the other areas that they just don't need to hire someone full-time and take on that expense.
100%. A lot of times people who told me that they hired someone full-time because they wanted that service.
Right.
But then they don't have enough work, so their employees are bored, and then they just feel like they're wasting money. By us, the same price as hiring somebody part-time. You'll get somebody full-time, and we learn your business. We give you a phone recording. It will come in. If you are a plumber, ABC Plumbing, our receptionist first will learn your business. You will get a dedicated account representative where they learn your company and they're your person. Anything you need for yourself, you're running late to an appointment, just do me a favor, call this person, let them know I'm running late. Let the rest of the appointments today know I'm running late. I had an emergency, I needed to cancel my appointments. Instead of them sitting there canceling each one, your receptionist takes care of it for you.
And the individuals on your team who work with the clients probably have access to the Outlook calendar and et cetera, so that they're completely synced with the individual professional who's hiring you.
100%.
How could people find out more about this amazing service?
So we have our website up, reliableos.com, where we have that information. We're also, you can always give us a call.
What's your
available.
number? Direct number?
So the direct number is, let me just even take out the card, 732-965. Actually, no, 732-250-9650.
Okay, can you repeat that, please?
Sure, 732-250-9650.
Amazing. Yitzi, it's great catching up. Of course, send special regards to your dad. Real special individual. Really great catching up. And this is amazing. I mean, there's so... The listenership of Mind Your Business comprises of small business owners, medium-sized business, and even large businesses. Right, one of our guests landed Pfizer as a client through listening to the show. So you never know who's listening, but it's always refreshing to run in and have a conversation with someone that provides a service that it's like you think about it like you really provide a great service to so many businesses.
Yeah,
Amazing.
That's what we're trying to do.
Amazing. Yitzi, thank you for joining me here on Mind Your Business.
Of course, yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Take care. All right, we're here at Blue Claw Stadium at the OJC JBiz Expo. That took place on Monday, November 16th. And I'm catching up now with Jacob Marder. Jacob, thank you for joining me here on Mind Your Business.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So tell me a little bit about your line of work. What does YM Ventures provide in the marketplace?
So YM Ventures was established about 5 years ago. I've been in the business for about 10 years. and we provide working capital solutions for small to medium-sized businesses. We cater to businesses all over the U.S., and we offer a wide range of products, anything from short-term loans, equipment financing, cash advances, including long-term SBA loans. We basically provide our clients with the best available funding programs for their business, and we pride ourselves on being very straightforward and honest, and providing our clients with these solutions in a seamless, easy way without a lot of trouble and hassle.
So, Jake, before I let you go, perhaps you could share a business tip. You're out there on the front lines. You're servicing a very wide range of businesses on all types of financial challenges that they have, and you just have some magical solutions. Perhaps you could share what's a great business tip that you've heard years ago and say, that's just one great piece of advice.
Well, I'll share with you something, because I always ask my clients, especially when I speak to people who have been in business for 20 or 30 years, what's your secret to your success? And they always tell me, besides for the common answer of hard work and effort, it's about keeping your employees and keeping your customers happy. So for me, personally, in my company, I like to set an example where I'm not the boss who's sitting in the back office, getting a massage. I'm usually the first one in.
Smoking a cigar.
Exactly. I'm the first one in, the last one out. I'm always on the floor. I'm always there offering tips, words of encouragement. And if I see you guys maybe a little bit down or having a rough day, I pull them in. I say, hey, what's bothering you? Give them a little what we call chizuk and a little motivation, and just keeping an eye out.
It's very special because there aren't too many bosses like that around. In general, it's
I appreciate that.
But the special part of that is, from my experience and being out there, is that that's something you can't feign. You can't fake it. When a boss is like that, the team, the team holds on for a longer period of time. Team stays united together with the company, and even if there's challenges at the company, they see, because they see the owner cares. And guess what? The clients realize that. An employee who's devoted, who's engaged,
right,
is almost always that way, because they feel that their employer is engaged, and it resonates with the customers.
Yeah, even doing small things, like in my office, I try to provide lunch, like just food. I mean, it adds up. But
sure, it goes along. It costs, but it's...
But if a guy's having a bad week, maybe doesn't close anything, but he knows, hey, you know what, I have a place where I'm getting food, my boss cares about me. He may not leave the company so quickly, he'll give it a little more time.
That's correct.
I have like a class once a week. My brother comes in and says something on the Parsha, and
special.
People appreciate that. It doesn't cost
sure
a lot
do.
of money, but
they
it shows
sure
that
do.
you're thinking about people,
Jake, thank you for joining me here on 77 WABC.
All right, my pleasure.
All right, we're here from Blue Claw Stadium in Lakewood, New Jersey at the JBiz Expo, and we have the privilege of speaking with Mark Zelden, Assistant Secretary of Labor for the U.S. government. He just came from Washington. Well, you hopped aboard, or you came by Amtrak? How did you get here?
No, I actually, believe it or not, I rented a car and I drove here last night, and I was really worried. I was worried if the event was going to go off because the weather was so bad.
Yeah. Can you imagine that storm that plowed through? It was like Noah, like with the ark. Is this event going to happen? Meanwhile, today it's a stunning day. A little chilly.
Sunny,
but it's stunning.
Yeah, I know.
It's gorgeous. So welcome. Thank you so much for joining me here. Sure. And of course, 77 WABC. I mean, this show is all about business, but in general, it's politics. And of course, the president has been on many times, and many people in the administration. 77 WABC. I mean, he grew up. I mean, he's a New Yorker. We know he's officially Florida now, but he's a New Yorker.
Yes, he is.
You can't take the New York out of him.
Always.
So, Mark, tell us about your day-to-day responsibilities. Maybe perhaps simplify it for our listeners, but you have some portfolio that you're responsible for.
Sure. So for the audience to know, one of the agencies at within the Secretary of Labor's portfolio is called the Centers for Faith and Opportunity Initiatives. President Trump created the faith-based initiative in an executive order in 2018 for all the departments to have an office of this sort. It's got basically two parts. One is to be a liaison within the department in this case, MON, the Department of Labor, as a liaison between all of the agencies within it. In this case, a lot of enforcement agencies, workplace safety like OSHA, Wage and Hour Division, fairness on wages and wage theft. But there's also the Employment and Training Administration for job training and things of that sort. So to be a person in the room when policy decisions are made so that that faith-based voice and stakeholder is part of the conversation. Doesn't mean that the outcome is always what they want, but it oftentimes is. But at the end of the day, they know the voice is there. The second part is what I'm doing today, and that is outreach. Getting out into the faith stakeholders and people motivated by faith about what the Secretary of Labor, Gene Scalia, and President Trump and our administration is doing in policies that affect religious liberty, religious accommodation, things of that sort.
And it's so important, Mark, because of course we have to I'm just giving a shout out here to Duvi Honig and the Orthodox Jewish Chamber of Commerce. That's on the front lines, looking out for us. But what's so refreshing to hear from you is that there was someone in the room that when decisions are being made, and sometimes it may infringe on people's religious values, that gets factored in as well. It's not just something that like, all right, this is policy and we're just going to steamroll because this is what we feel. There are people with beliefs, Jewish, Muslim, Catholic, whatever it may be, and they have to be factored in.
Correct. No, it is. I mean, what's different about the Faith Initiative in the Trump administration compared to Obama and W. Bush is the emphasis on opportunity. There's a lot of faith stakeholders, especially in social services, and those are necessary. The services couldn't be provided without them. But there's a lot of groups in the business world, and what the Secretary of Labor, Gene Scalia, talks about is workforce participation rates and increasing those. And without stakeholders like Duvi Honig and the Orthodox Chamber of Commerce, people tend to think that these things would just happen.
Yeah.
And the reality is they don't.
Not by itself.
Right. We need voices. I'll give you a specific example
Please.
of how Duvi and the Orthodox Jewish Chamber of Commerce being a voice to people like me in the room. For several years, Duvi's been asking me, Mark, why is it so difficult for groups like mine and others to get grant programs from the Department of Labor? What is it? Is there something about us? I said, no, it's nothing about you. He says, why do I keep seeing the same groups year after year? Oftentimes they've got, for whatever reasons they've gotten in, and then they continue to do it. So what Duvi said was, Mark, why can't you all implement a policy within the department that gives smaller or newer groups a better opportunity? So rather than, although he wouldn't have minded this, here's a check to the Orthodox Jewish Chamber of Commerce. What we did was say, okay, we're going to limit a portion of a particular program, like in apprenticeships, for example. We've got a number of programs in that. We're just going to limit a portion of it to those who haven't gotten the program in the previous 5 years. So it will have the intended policy outcome that Duvi and his organization and others want. It will have the intended outcome, but it wouldn't have happened if people like him weren't coming to Washington, coming to the White House for meetings that we had, getting in my ear. He was like a good waiter. We always talk about a good waiter. He's there all the time or when necessary, but you're not thinking that it's too much. He just knew when it was appropriate. At the end of the day, he gets a lot of credit for that shift that we're doing in that policy, because it will have, in the next year or two, you'll see a longer list of people that had not participated before participating. I think that's good for not only for the Orthodox Jewish Chamber of Commerce in New York and New Jersey, but really the whole country.
And it's great that Duvi's on the front lines doing that, because I've sometimes been involved in political campaigns and know and people that advocate policy initiatives, and it's being there, showing up is, I don't know what's the expression, half the battle. Yeah. It's more than half the battle, and so few understand that the art, like Duvi does, showing up, not being a nudge, but being there just enough that he's on the radar screen. Yep. And it's so important for anyone, any group that wants to get something done, they have to participate. Right. You got to be in it. You have to participate.
Duvi is really a model for, I think, what President Trump and Secretary Scalia want to happen in the Faith Initiative. It's not, some people are like, what are you giving money to churches? That's kind of, in fairness, that's kind of what I thought before. I didn't really understand what it was myself until I got in the middle.
Church and state.
Right. But it's not. It's really figuring out, like, for example, one of the things that my agency does a lot in the Labor Department is we work with there's a lot of prison ministry and a lot of faith groups in prison rehabilitation and getting people after incarceration. Mm-hmm. So it's not about, hey, here's $500,000, go do it. It's these groups are already doing it. So how do we harness harness that expertise? How do we partner? How do we show that these faith groups are equal participants in getting the desired outcomes that we all want? And I give a lot of credit to the president for understanding that. But again, Duvi and the Orthodox Jewish Chamber of Commerce are really a textbook case about how it's supposed to work.
Mark, before I let you go, this is a business show on 77 WABC. And there's so many great business lessons that President Donald Trump has taught over the years. Perhaps you could even share. You've been in the room.
Yes, I have.
What are some great lessons for business owners that they can take away from the president?
I guess this might be a little bit more on the employee side than the employer, but I still think it goes both. And I think one of the things that the president's done, probably the most significant thing he's done in our space, is he's got people to start thinking about multiple pathways to success. 70% of people 25 and older, according to the Census Bureau, don't have a college degree. 70%. That means, there's been all this focus on the 30%, and I'm one of them. I went to graduate school and all that, my parents and all that. But what about these 70%? So he's not just put resources, we put more money into apprentice programs, and that's important. But I think he's changing the culture where parents are starting to think, is it a bad thing if my son's a welder? Does it matter? Does he go to 4-year college and get $100,000 worth of debt? Maybe, maybe not. It depends, right? But just having that conversation, we really feel like he's shifted. The employers that I talk to say they're getting younger people better positioned to be trained in a way that they didn't see 5 years before. And to answer your question, if I could think of one, that would be the one.
Entrepreneurial mindset is like the 2 words I would put when I talk with friends. I'm like, he just brought the entrepreneurial mindset to Washington.
He did.
In a way like no one has ever done.
He's done more in the first term. I grew up with Ronald Reagan, and Reagan was a tremendous president. But I think first term to first term, I think you got to go a long way before you put somebody in President Trump's term, just in terms of what he's been able to accomplish, not just with dollars and cents, but shifting the whole conversation on things. And it's an honor and a pleasure. It's a privilege to work for him. It really is.
Mark Zelden, Assistant Secretary of Labor at the U.S. government. Thank you so much for joining me here. What a treat, an honor, and a privilege to host you here on Mind Your Business.
Likewise. Thank you.
Thank you. Continued success. The background noise you hear is because we're at Blue Claw Stadium here in Lakewood, New Jersey at the JBiz Expo. Special shout out to Duvi Honig for putting this together. What a great group of people around. And now I have the pleasure of catching up with Zack Mehl. Zack, how are you? Welcome to Mind Your Business.
How are you?
Okay, doing great. So tell me, United Risk Insurance. Tell me a little bit about your firm.
So basically, we're a property and casualty insurance agency, and we've been around for over 30 years. And many of our clients buy real estate throughout the country, multifamily, commercial, and especially in the last few years, people have been going outside of the tri-state area. So we're getting writing a lot of business in pretty much most of the 50 states.
Wow.
And we have a lot of clients, and we do a great job with getting them the best quotes. And we're very aggressive, so we make sure we get the best quote every year.
And you specialize coast to coast.
Correct.
So it's not a problem. You have a property in Alaska and Nebraska and North Carolina and everywhere in between in the Northeast. And we're here in Lakewood, New Jersey, and in Lakewood, of course.
Correct. Anywhere in the United States, yes.
So it's mostly commercial, or is this also residential? I mean, what would you say?
Residential property owners that own multifamily apartment buildings, garden-style apartment buildings. That's the bulk of what we insure. We do many property owners that have commercial buildings, such as strip malls and office buildings, industrial buildings. And we are extremely knowledgeable in what we do, and we're very aggressive, and we know the markets, which is always changing, all the different carriers. So it's something that you have to really have your finger on the pulse, and we definitely do.
Zack, how could people get in touch with you?
Okay, so you can go visit our website. It's unrm.com, or you can just give us a call, 732-668-8802.
Amazing. Zack, thank you for joining me here on Mind Your Business.
Thank you so much, Yitzchok.
Take care. All right, the JBiz Expo here at Blue Claw Stadium. We feel like getting onto the field and running around the bases, or I'm joined here now, but with Hillel Braun. Hillel, if we went out onto the field right now, what position would you take?
I would take catcher, actually.
Yeah, you're ambitious. Catcher is the most difficult position. I think so. Maybe outside of the pitcher, but catcher, that's a brutal position.
Yes.
Could you hit as well?
I could hit a little bit.
All right. Well, most catchers only hit a little bit. Hello, how you doing? Thank you for joining me here on Mind Your Business.
Thank you for having me on.
So you work for Smoky Hill. That's just a great name, but it could mean a lot. Is it food? Tell us about it.
So we do specialty smoked foods, smoked meats specifically.
You get me hungry.
Yes. We actually focus on small batches, and we really take care to make a special product that our customers go crazy over.
Wow. Now you talk about your customers. You sell direct, Are you a distributor? Tell me.
So we sell directly to customers, and we also focus a lot on corporate. We give special corporate pricing. We do something that other companies don't really do. We do a very personalized experience. Basically, if a company needs, let's say, a lunch, or they need corporate gifts, we really take care of the company. We give something that customers want again and again. All my customers, even the private customers, they keep wanting to order more and more, because once they get a taste of it, they like. I mean, even today here at the expo, I'm giving out samples, and people are like, "Could I order a sandwich?" So thankfully I brought enough. I'm sold out of all the briskets today. So,
now when you say corporate gifting,
yes,
describe, because that's a big industry and a very important industry, especially this time of year. Perhaps you could describe like what a typical company would order from Smoky Hill for their customers.
Right. So we have the most popular thing that companies would order is our meat boards. It comes very nice wrapped with a lot of different meats on it, smoked meats, a lot of different varieties of finger food, which is a big hit at any event.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a few different sizes. We have a small size, we have a medium, we have a large, and then we do custom sizes as well, custom orders, specifics. So we work with all our clients to make sure they're happy, get them the meats they like, and we really try to make people happy. Like I had a customer the other day. He wanted some of it not smoked. So I said, we could do grilled as well. Like, we try to work with people.
Tailor it.
Yes.
Now, I'm sure you get to ask this question, but how does it work in terms of shipping? Do you only service clients here in the Northeast? Could you ship nationwide? How does that work?
So we can ship nationwide. I'm still working out the kinks of how to ship it and keep it fresh, but it definitely can be done. For now, we are focusing on the Northeast. But definitely I had the other day a customer actually ordered 2 meat boards, and he took it on the plane with him.
Wow.
He took it to Minneapolis. Yeah. So and it lasts a good couple of hours.
So the company provides a company that's, let's say, in Manhattan, and they want to send it off to 50 corporate clients. They just get in touch with you.
That's right.
They get in touch with the company, and you take care of the shipping. You get it directly to their clients.
We take care of everything.
A to Z.
A to Z.
This is really a great solution for corporate gifting.
Absolutely.
And also, what's amazing? You're sending something that, listen, food always works, right?
That's right.
Food always works.
Food
Delicious
talks.
food for sure works, right?
That's
we're
right.
We're getting hungry already here. I'm like, hey, we got to taste this. How are we talking about it? But then, when you send something when a company sends something to their client that they're kind of expecting a gift, but when they get something that they would not have expected out of the norm, they'll remember it forever.
Exactly. That's what we focus on. In general, any of our clients, whether it be corporate or not, we want something that they're going to remember. That's why I will not send out anything to any customer that is not perfect. I try everything myself and make sure it's top quality, it tastes good. The other day I made a brisket. It wasn't the best. It wasn't bad. I said, that's it. I'm not selling it. It has to be the best. And we focus on the best.
So how could people find out more about the company and to get in touch with
you? So they could find us on Instagram. They could order directly from the Curb and Go food ordering app. We're on
Again, so Curb and Go, but then type in Smoky Hill.
Smoky Hill, yeah.
Amazing.
And we're on Instagram. We're available through WhatsApp. Our website's going to be up shortly. It's koshersmokyhill.com.
koshersmokyhill.com.
Yeah.
And people will ask, what is the rabbinic certification?
So we have a rabbinic certification of a Dayan Harav Gavriel Stern Shlita from Monsey. He is actually Meshumash by Rav Belsky. He is he's one of the top hashgachas. It's a new hashgacha out there, but he's a well-known dayan.
Hillel, I'm getting hungry, so I'm going to have to go.
It was really nice to be on here. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining me here on Mind Your Business. Continued success.
Thank you.
I love the honor of interviewing C-level executives and sharing their great advice and perspective on Mind Your Business. I'd love to get your feedback. Post it in the comments below and subscribe. You'll never miss an edition of Mind Your Business.